Handhelds are coming out left, right and centre, and ever since the ever-growing popularity of the Steam Deck, a lot of attention has been focused on portable gaming PCs and affordable retro gaming emulation, causing manufacturers to throw as many as they can into the market, hoping that something sticks. This is great, but this makes it hard for people like you and me to determine what to spend our money on, especially when it feels like there's something just over the horizon that's better and stronger. So I'm going to share with you 12 upcoming handhelds that you need to keep an eye on this year in hopes that I can help you make a smart buying decision. So let's jump in. The handheld I am most excited for this year is the AYANEO Air. This is going to be a $600 portable Windows PC, which is being titled as the world's first OLED Windows handheld. AYANEO has a history of creating some superb handhelds. For example, the AYANEO that they released last year went down very well, and that introduced their company to the masses through high quality and yes, very expensive handhelds. These devices aren't for everyone due to the high price tags, and they are what I class as premium handhelds. But with that, you tend to get incredible build quality and a crazy amount of power for such a small device. The Air, which I should be getting to review in a couple of weeks, so please do subscribe if you want to see our review, is similar size to that of the Nintendo Switch Lite and can apparently handle AAA games and emulation up to and including PS3. Only time will tell how good this thing is, but as of now, it's certainly looking to pull Steam Deck gamers over due to the portable form factor. But I do have to add that AYANEO are always releasing and revealing new handhelds, making me and their customers feel underwhelmed with their purchase because something better and more powerful was revealed just days later. If you're into retro games, then the Evercade EXP is certainly going to tickle your fancy. The Evercade was a handheld released in 2019 that plays cartridges and brings back the nostalgic factor of blowing into your cartridge, collecting them physically, and reading through manuals. It was incredibly popular, and now a few years later, they are looking to release an all-new, more modern device that does everything I mentioned, but better. This handheld can't play your PC games, nor can it emulate your ROMs, but it does have up to 300 retro games through its cartridge ecosystems. Games like Earthworm Jim, Centipede, and Burger Time, for example. They're constantly releasing new cartridges and working with developers to ever increase their library. It brings back the heart and soul of the video game collecting nature, and the cartridges can even work with their home console known as the Evercade Versus. It's releasing in September and starts at around $150. I feel like the KT-R1C has been under construction for many years now. It was first revealed back in 2021 and the handheld community went mad for it. Then it was revealed that one man was behind this thing, creating it as a passion project for a small number of customers. As the months and years have passed, videos and images and leaks are coming to fruition, showing the small but persistent progression of the handheld. There's no rumours as to what it can emulate or what specs it will have, or even when it's released. All we do know is that it's coming and it's targeting the retro handheld niche. So perhaps that means up to PlayStation 2 emulation. That would be nice, especially if it's under $150. But from what I can see, the images show a very well-designed device, almost like a Retroid Pocket 2 with some of Anbernic's visual features. And in a day where handhelds are getting bigger and bigger, it's good to see someone wanting to perfect the craft of smaller handheld emulators. I really do hope this guy can do it, and I send him all the love for pursuing his passion. I just hope I can get my hands on it, and that it releases worldwide. I wasn't going to feature this device because I only have one image, but I am very excited about it because it is and could potentially be one of the first Windows clamshell handhelds. AYANEO teased it in a live stream which showed their upcoming products, and it was titled the AYANEO Flip for obvious reasons. The image showcases a device with stacked shoulder buttons, a whitey grey shell, and an analog stick that protrudes inside of the shell, allowing for the clamshell to shut. I am hoping this becomes a really cool Windows handheld. If anyone can do it, it's AYANEO. They revealed that they want it to go live this year, but my bet is early 2023 due to chip shortages and the sheer amount of devices that AYANEO are launching within the next 6 months. I do think they need to slow down a little. If you have been subscribed for a few months now, you will know that I fell in love with the AYAN Odin, an Android-based handheld that could emulate up to PlayStation 2 and GameCube games, all for just $199. Admittedly, I got the early bird price, but it was something I didn't think was possible for that type of money, and it has put a flag in the handheld industry for what handheld emulators should emulate for $200. Heck, even some $400 handhelds from competitors can't even do that. I'm looking at you, Win600. The Odin was so popular that it put AYAN on the map, and recently they have revealed a all-new, more powerful device with similar design, a similar screen, and the same awesome LEDs for just a few bucks more, and features Windows instead of Android. AYAN really want to penetrate the affordable market with high-end products, and if they can do what they did with the Odin with the Loki, then it's going to be a superb introduction Windows handheld for thousands of gamers looking to make the jump to portable gaming. That's where AYAN wants to focus their time, on the affordable Windows devices. They're working on more powerful products that you can upgrade to, but that's not where the magic is. The magic is perfecting the affordable market, and that they are doing. The build quality and overall look of their devices are incredible too, making Anbernic, Powkiddy and Go Retroid products look like cereal box toys. The Miyoo P60 is another handheld that has been in the works for ages. From the makers of the popular Miyoo Mini, it looks like they are wanting to make something slightly bigger and in a horizontal form factor. In my opinion, they have to release this as quickly as possible, because the Miyoo Mini sold incredibly well and they need to take advantage of all of this new attention, so launching a new product or even just taking pre-orders would be a great business decision in my opinion. There has only been a few images that have leaked, so there's no information regarding price or release date, but due to the sheer amount of leaks and images, I am confident that they will release this sometime this year, maybe even in the next couple of months. The design looks great and keeps the retro look, all while cramming in 2 analog sticks. It looks pretty slim too, making me believe it could be a good portable handheld to chuck in your back pocket when you're on a train or a bus. If you're a fan of retro handhelds, then it's likely you have heard of the Retroid Pocket. The Retroid Pocket 2 and the 2 Plus have been one of the best-selling retro handhelds of the last 12 to 18 months. At just $99, this thing could emulate Dreamcast and PlayStation 1 games incredibly well and came with a fun, colourful design that attracted many eyes. It's deemed as one of our best retro handhelds of all time for good reason. Nothing could compete with it at this price, and still to this day, I play on it weekly. It's just an incredible product that uses an easy to understand Android operating system and comes with mapped keys straight out of the box. Now in 2022, a few images has leaked regarding the box design and the concepts of the Retroid Pocket 3. The box that you can see here is slightly larger than the 2 Plus, making me believe it could have a slightly larger screen but keep the colourful playfulness that everyone loves about its younger brother. Then finally these designs have leaked, showing a new roundness to the device, which is a lot different compared to the 2 Plus. I'm just hoping that they don't go too crazy with the internal specs. What makes their older devices so great is that it was an affordable, affordable handheld for the masses. The Retroid Pocket 3 doesn't need to compete with the Steam Deck or AYANEO or even Anbernic for that matter. They need to perfect the $99 handheld, or even create a new device that nobody can beat for $149. Hopefully this is it, and because of the company's silence, I think it's going to be launching this year. Fingers crossed. One company that I didn't think would be making a comeback due to the sheer lack of quality of their previous device is Creoqode. I reviewed their first handheld back many years ago, and it was that bad that I sent it back. Now they have revealed an all-new handheld that's attempting to target the game streamers of the world using a Raspberry Pi. Respectfully, the device looks pretty cool in the images, but I was fooled with this one before, and the plastic felt like cheap 3D printed material, so I'm hoping that they don't use the same process on the Lyra Plus. The Creoqode Lrya can be purchased as a DIY kit or set up and ready to go straight out of the box. I chose this last time and found lots of fingerprints on the inside of the screen, so take that into consideration if you're looking to buy one. It features a 7-inch touchscreen display with a 1.5 GHz quad-core CPU, 4 GB of RAM, and 6,000 mAh of battery. It can sync with your cloud gaming platforms such as Xbox, Steam, Stadia, and PlayStation, allowing you to take your favorite games anywhere. I'm hesitant about this one only because of their previous products, but I do hope it's good because it's a visually pleasing handheld, and I think a lot of handheld folks will like to build it themselves using the Raspberry Pi. This is the handheld I have least information on, and it's about an upcoming Powkiddy Windows handheld, which was recently revealed, or shall I say, leaked. Powkiddy are well known for being hit and miss. Most of their products are pretty bad, but now and then they nail it and it ends up being very popular. But Windows is completely new to Powkiddy, so I'm not confident it's going to be good, but we can only hope. The image has leaked showing what looks like a Powkiddy product using Windows. The device itself, all in black, looks very minimal, a little clunky, and features some very sharp edges, making it it looks a little 2010. But that said, new competition is always welcome, especially in the Windows market, because prices are just all over the place. Just remember though, that setting up a Windows handheld is no easy task, especially compared to the typical Linux and Android based handhelds that we are used to. So I don't advise newcomers jumping on this if this is your first handheld, for example. I'll keep you updated with any news. This is all I've got so far, so check out the links below if you want to keep updated with the Powkiddy Windows handheld. Another AYANEO handheld, I hear you ask. Yeah. And this is exactly what I mean by the market being overpopulated with handhelds at this moment in time. AYANEO are throwing them out the door, but their flagship devices could be just around the corner, and that they are calling the Next 2. From what I can tell, it looks like they are wanting to basically compete with the Steam Deck. The AYANEO Next 2 will feature the latest technology, a stunning large screen, and an obscene amount of power. As of now, there is very little handhelds that can outperform the Steam Deck, but if anyone can do it, it's AYANEO, and if priced correctly, it could be a direct competitor, but that's, in my opinion, unlikely because AYANEO's prices are very high. However, it doesn't make the handheld void though. In fact, it could be the handheld to go for if you are serious about portable power. Turning this portable device into a fully functioning PC is as easy as going somewhere with a monitor, a keyboard, and a mousepad. AYANEO are stating this is the world's first Windows handheld with discrete GPU. Discrete GPU is quite simply a graphics processing unit that is separate from the main processor. It has its own dedicated memory that isn't shared with the CPU. This will certainly help performance and help push AAA gaming to a likely smooth, silky frame rate, especially if it comes rumored with the Intel Alder Lake CPU. The Next 2 will be their flagship device, priced at well over $1,000, packed with the latest and most powerful technology. They're really wanting to push handhelds to the next level. Whether they do that or not though is anyone's guess. If they do, it might cost consumers a pretty penny. It is about time though that someone really competed with the Steam Deck. I'm not sure how to pronounce this one. AOKZOE? AOKZOE? Nah, that sounds like something out of Dragon Ball. This handheld is currently on Kickstarter and has already raised close to $1 million in revenue, making it a very popular handheld for those wanting something incredibly powerful. The AOKZOE A1 features a AMD Ryzen 6800U processor and a large 8-inch screen. It's so powerful in fact that it can apparently run Cyberpunk, Red Dead Redemption and Elden Ring at 60 frames per second, making it more reliable than the Steam Deck in terms of power. Yes, it may look like a child designed it, and it features one of the worst D-pads I've ever seen in my life, but we can't knock how powerful this thing is, and I think it's going to be the first of many 6800U handhelds coming to the market. This device just goes to show you how far handhelds have come and what innovation and competition is causing. It's not perfect, the battery life isn't very good, and it will cost you close to $1,000, but it's one of the most powerful handhelds on the market, so who wouldn't want it? And finally, to round off the video, a handheld which could possibly come to fruition is another from Miyoo. This time it's a horizontal Miyoo Mini. It's trying to target the affordable market and those who are happy with output up to PlayStation 1 games. It's likely to use the same specs and maybe even the same screen as the Miyoo Mini. This image was only recently released, so it's likely the P60 will hit the market before this one, but it's good to know that they're still looking to make sub $80 handhelds. One thing I did notice on this one is the slight lip on the front of the device, indicating that they could be potentially revealing new faceplates for the device, just like the Game Boy Micro from 2005. Again, so many companies are looking at bigger handhelds, but it warms my heart to know there are some handhelds out there looking after us retro folks who have a budget of $100. I don't think this will outperform the Miyoo Mini in terms of sales because that's really popped off, but it will certainly be targeting collectors and those that like the Game Boy Advance feel, or the horizontal feel, I guess. So there you have it, a little look at the 10, 12 best upcoming handhelds of 2022. If you want more information on them, click the links below, and don't forget to check out our new coffee table book called A Handheld History that is launching, or actually shipping it, next month. So grab that, and I'll hopefully see you in the next video. Peace.